Hi everybody, welcome to Golden Ears. We are at South Cove County Park in Lake Keowee, South Carolina. We're going to take you just on a quick tour of this RV park and show you why it's probably one of our favorite stops on our journey. So if you're new to our channel and you're not familiar with our story, just real quick, my husband and I retired a couple of months ago from the federal government, and we hit the road in our RV right after Labor Day. And we are from northern Utah, and we headed to, our first stop was KOA right outside of Zion National Park in southern Utah. And then we headed to Circus Las Vegas, and you can check out those videos on our channel. And then we headed over to Anaheim, California for a week, where we were in Disneyland, and we stayed at the Canyon RV Park, which we also really loved. And then we started heading east with stops in Lake Havasu at various Harvest Host, Kingman, Arizona, Winslow, Arizona, and then we basically hopped on I-40 and stopped in places like Amarillo, Texas, and Nashville. And you can check out all those videos on our channel if you'd like to see those. So we were heading to a wedding in Tennessee, Oliver Springs, Tennessee. So that was our ultimate destination, where we had to get there by the first weekend in October. I didn't film any of that because it was a family member's wedding. We stayed at the Windrock Gap campground, which was very interesting. It is really kind of meant more for toy haulers and people who are going up the canyon in the Windrock Gap, rock climbing kind of things with your razors. And so we were surrounded by razors. Anyway, that was a lot of fun, but I didn't record much of that because there really wasn't much to show, and it's not really someplace I would recommend unless that's kind of what you're going for. It's not really an RV park. Anyway, so I'll just show you real quick why we absolutely have loved our stay here. We've been here for 3 nights, and I wish we had done longer. So I'll show you Lake Keowee, our site, which I think we looked at with the best site here. And then I will take you over and just really quickly show you where you check in at the main building and the courtesy docks that they have over there. So they have sites that are right along the water here, or you can get sites that are more inland, but this is basically a peninsula that you are on. You come in off the road here. There's sites that are all along the road, along the water, and then on the other side over there as well. And then there's sites that are not on the water. We are in site 35, and I'll show you why I feel like we got the best site here if you're wanting access to the water. You've got your power hookup and water. If you're wanting to do sewer dump, there is a sewer dump station at the entrance, which is very nice. It's a good hookup. So you get a picnic table. We had a nice barbecue last night. We had some friends come and eat with us that are here in Anderson, South Carolina. My best friends from back in New York had their mother pass away, so they had to come here to Anderson, South Carolina to take care of her house and car and all those matters. And it just worked out that they were here at the same time as us. So you know, life works in weird ways. Life and death can bring people together, and the fact that my best friends from upstate New York, where I grew up, were here at the same time as me is just crazy to me. I think it's so cool. But this is our site here. You do have to be careful because there is a ledge here. So when you're backing in, you want to make sure, obviously, that you don't fall off of that. But it's a fairly even site. But we had to use our levelers on the one side because it was tilted. But dirt and gravel, and then you've got access down to the water here, which we absolutely have loved. We are here in mid-October, and the water temperature is 77 degrees. So you've got your fire pit. We had our chairs out here sitting in the sun or the shade. You can get down to the water right here. But in terms of getting into the water, I yesterday went swimming and I went down this way towards these sites, and then I also went down over this way. And in terms of getting into the water, this site has the nicest little area here where you can get into the water. They've got rocks built up along the shore to prevent erosion, and they've cleared it, and everyone pretty much has a way to access the water. But I feel like after looking at the other sites, I feel like this is the nicest one. So if you're wanting to come here and swim right outside your camper, I mean, our RV is right here. You can't get much closer than that. And the water is crystal clear. It was beautiful. Like I said, it was 77 degrees, so it's a little cool when you get in, but you'll get used to it really quickly. And it is so nice here. In the morning, the fishing boats go by at sunrise to go out there and fish. So it was kind of fun. I happened to be up very early our first morning because I went to bed so early. And it was fun to just watch all these bass boats go ripping out to go fishing. But there's not a lot of other boat traffic. You see a lot of pontoon boats. I'm sure in the summer it's more. But the beach area for the campground is down this way. You can't really see it through the trees. And then the check-in building is down this way as well. Absolutely gorgeous here. We've loved camping here. I don't want to leave. I really don't. We're gonna head to a harvest host at the very southern end of Lake Hartwell from here, and then we're gonna head towards the coast. Our friends are gonna head home, and we're gonna head to Myrtle Beach eventually, and then down to Florida. So anyway, if you are in the Lake Keowee area in the northwestern part of South Carolina, so kind of near Georgia and Hiawassee, Georgia, that area, you're coming through near Clemson University, which would be that direction there. I would make a point to stop here and camp. It has been really wonderful. Speaking of boats, they're probably heading in for the day. It's about 11:30 in the morning right now. And I'm sorry, the sun is in my eyes, so I'm trying to see my camera, and it's not easy right now. But hopefully you can see how clear the water is. And you know, when I was in the water, I could see my feet, and it stays up to about 5 foot up, probably about 20 feet out, 20 to 25 feet out, and then it starts to drop. Camper is lovely, decorated with bugs. But when we arrived, the picnic table was in here and we moved it. But this kind of gives you an idea of how big your site is. You know, so you will have people behind you and in front of you, but there's nothing wrong with that. I actually would prefer that to having people right next to me, to the right and left. So absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna pack up and head out, and we'll stop at the check-in building on the way out. So when you arrive to the campground, you will be coming in from that way, and you will check in here. In our case, we met them in a golf cart and they just checked us in and we didn't have to come into this building. So we're gonna stop on the way out because I might want to get some souvenirs. But this is the public beach access right here. You can see there's some people swimming. It is really nice. It is a state park, so the gates close at 10. So that's important to keep in mind if you are going to be out and about doing anything. You'll have to be back here by 10. But that is the peninsula where you kind of drive out across that to get over to the RV parking. You can see over there. You will have ducks visiting you. And we saw a blue heron. It's very nice. So we're just gonna go inside and then show you the courtesy docks and we'll close it out. I want to get a little bit more information about boat rentals, renting golf carts if that's available, because I did see people driving them, but I don't know if they were their personal ones or they rent them from somewhere, but I don't see rentals anywhere. So we'll go inside and get some more info on that. It is really pretty here though. Got picnic tables down there. And this just looks like a postcard, this place. Little gift shop. Got Christmas ornaments, t-shirts, jackets, hats, typical stuff. I might get a shirt. I kind of liking this shirt right here. I might get this. I like that. Some jewelry. Little gift sets you can do. I like a lot of the places are doing this now, where you can get like a hat and a shirt for somebody as a gift. I like that. So as an FYI, they do have a little lending library here for books, and they do have some kindling wood, firewood that you can get here as well. Little information area here about the plants. We saw some of these American beauty berries when we were up at Lake Keowee, which is also absolutely gorgeous. But there isn't a lot of camping up there. There's like one state campground that is at the very end of the lake. But there's not a lot of RV parks or anything up there, and it's so gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of the Adirondacks. So if you can get up that way, you can rent boats and go see some of the waterfalls that are only accessible by the lake. So we come back here someday, we're going to do that. You can feed the fish. There's fish food. But this is a nice, cute little area where you can get some duck food as well. They were trying to beg from us at the campsite. Picnic areas over here for day, I'm sure this is the day use people. And a playground. Come over the little bridge and you can actually sit in this area. You just wanted to come here and enjoy the view. And grab a chair. enjoy, maybe see some hummingbirds. So our campsite was way over there on the other side of that point around the bend. Checkout time is noon. So my friend informed me that these wildflowers here have healing properties, that you can use these to heal a wound, which I did not know that. And then they've got these courtesy docks down here. The temperature here has been phenomenal. I mean, I can't even explain the perfect weather that we have had on this journey. We've had maybe a little bit of rain one day when we were at Lake Havasu, Arizona. The rest of our trip for the last month and a half has been sunny skies and really nice temperatures. Now, Arizona was really hot, especially when our generator decided to take a poop and not work when it was 100 degrees. That was pretty horrific because it was very humid and hot. And so that was miserable, but for the most part, we have had great weather. You can see there is not a cloud in the sky. It's right now probably mid-70s. It's going to be maybe 80 today. It's very light breeze, maybe 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze here and there. Just enough to keep you cool. Can't complain though. I'm so grateful that we have had such amazing weather, because I know it's not great in other parts of the country right now. So I just feel so fortunate that we've been blessed with such great weather. And this is the courtesy dock right here. I did find out that they do not do boat rentals here because it's a state park, but across the way there, they do some boat rentals over there. Let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, that's about as close as I can get with this camera. But over there they do some boat rentals. There's some people in town that do boat rentals. I don't know how it would work as far as getting it launched, though. If you don't have a vehicle with you that you can launch with, I don't know if they deliver or not. Crystal clear water, just doesn't get any nicer. A little swing you can come sit down on. You want to just hang out and swing. And I guess there's a little building over here for events, things they're doing. As far as the golf carts are concerned, they don't rent them here. So anyone I've seen with a golf cart, they must have their own personal golf cart. There's some visitors. So that's probably going to do it for us here at Lake Keowee, South. So I get to make fun of my husband back at the RV because he bought me a sticker and a magnet and then left it at the counter. This is what happens when you leave men in charge of shopping, right? I gotta give him a hard time. This is cute. I used to have stuff like that in my garden at home. That's cute. that's going to do it for us from Lake Keowee. If you like our content, please subscribe and like this video. It helps us to grow our channel. I do appreciate your support, and I appreciate you watching this till the end if you made it to the end. We're off to the very southern tip of Lake Hartwell to stay at a Harvest Host boat marina, so you can watch for that video next. Thanks for joining me, and safe travels.